A couple of dudes just chugging and talking shit. You never know who's about to explode on this week's episode of Human
With this week's guest, Grayson Powell.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Human Landmines, episode 10, the anniversary show.
We made it to 10, everyone. And joining us today is the one and only Grayson Powell. He is a graduate of Columbia in acting. You've seen him in AT&T and Applebees commercials. And you can see him this summer in Summer Theater in New Hampshire, if you're in the New Hampshire area. Is that a good accolade? I could have said cooler shit about you probably, right?
No. I thought it was right on the nose.
Yeah?
You know, and it made me feel good about myself.
What's cooler shit that you've done?
In my life or
Yeah.
like now?
Yeah, like he once hit a home run in 3rd grade.
I once was fishing when I was 11. This is when fishing was a fad for me. And we had these little bread balls, and we went fishing in a pond, and I caught a turtle.
Oh,
and
shit.
I couldn't get the hook out of his mouth, and I tried, and I just started crying.
This is real?
Yeah, and I couldn't get it out, and it's bothered me for years. And I set him free. Hopefully, it rusted out, and he's fine.
Why is that cooler? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Grayson Powell, who once viciously murdered a turtle over time. I don't know.
That was the most touching thing that's ever been said on Human Landmines.
Yeah, I gotta take issue with one other thing you said, which is that when you were 11, fishing was a fad. Like, fishing has been around like longer than fire, probably. Like, fishing was probably a fad like 13,000 years ago.
Well, it was when I was younger. I mean, you guys are obviously very musically talented. I'm sure you have many more talents, but when you were kids,
nope.
Steven just showed me all of these clips of music that him and his buddies made. These musical clips that they made when they were in high school, middle school, and their MySpace pages. And when I was that age, it's like I was playing video games or going fishing or sneaking onto the golf course with like 2 clubs, and then till I get chased off by the guy with the red flag.
Awesome, though.
But we had fads. It was like for like 3 months, fishing would be huge. For 3 months, like tennis would be huge.
Did you ever do
or
pongs?
like longboarding,
Yeah.
like long skateboards.
Yeah, I never got one of those things. I don't think I have the balance for it.
No. We didn't longboard, but we rollerbladed. That was big. Was rollerblading.
Can I tell you guys something serious? It's kind of confessional.
Yes.
Oh man.
My mom is a wonderful woman, and she stays in shape by exercising, and her favorite exercising is rollerblading.
Oh man.
And she has all the pads and stuff. And
your mom's like a gay guy in New York.
Yeah. My mom would be the best gay guy in New York.
Does she have the little wrist, like the plastic that goes on your wrist?
Yeah, that's the most common, or like one of the most common, most dangerous rollerblading injuries.
Because you try to break your fall, right?
Yeah, and you break your whole fucking arm bone.
Yeah. You just reminded me of the Home Alone story that he tells the pigeon lady in Central Park. Home Alone 2, about how I was like, I got a pair of roller skates for my birthday, and I was so worried about getting them dirty or damaged that I never wore them. And you know what happened? Is I outgrew them. So you can't save yourself. You have to jump in and love people. And like that's like the most touching thing in Home Alone 2 is about skating.
Hey Paul, do you know what Macaulay Culkin's doing now? Have I told you this?
Is he in a shitty rock band in New York?
Yeah, he's in a shitty rock band. They cover Lou Reed songs, but they rewrite the lyrics to make them all have to do with pizza. That's Macaulay Culkin's main project right now.
Wait, just pizza?
Yes. Yeah, they're called the I forget what they're called. The Pizza Underground or something.
Pizza's like the preferred, like, heroin and meth food of choice. Like,
Do you think that's why Macaulay's
like
dedicating his
once a week, the meth addict or the heroin junkie goes to the pizza shop and he's like, "Give me a whole one, Joe."
Yeah.
That's the guy's name, right? Joe.
Yeah, I said Joe
Or is
Pizza.
it that the meth addicts just call all pizza parlor employees Joe?
They probably call everybody Joe. They're hoping they're like Joe Cocker or somebody.
And that's all they eat all week, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm making up a drug addict's life, but I believe that's what they do. It's like once a week. I want the pepperoni with the bacon chunks on it, Joe.
At least he gets a little protein that way. I was worried it was just a cheese pizza.
Oh, so last night something happened to me at a show that has never happened to me.
Yeah, it was like your biggest show, right? Steven said your biggest shows last night. Congrats, man.
It was pretty big. It was probably, we've had more people to watch us before, but we played by ourselves at a venue, and there was over 150 people through the door. But
That's sick.
when we were loading in, we had our first super fan.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He had a
Did you get asked for an
t-shirt.
autograph?
He had a T-shirt that was made with either name of your band on it.
No, we're like loading in at 8:30, and nobody's at the fucking bar yet. And
Yeah.
this guy just comes up to all of us and is like, "Yeah, let's fucking mosh. Yeah, I want to buy you shots." And we're all like, we had a few beers while we were pressing the CDs and stuff at the house, because we're that DIY that our CD release show 2 hours before, we're like, "Poof, all right, burn this one. All right, put the label on it, burn it. Come on, put this,
Right.
put the inserts in. We got to get 100 CDs before the show starts." And this dude is, I don't know if he's coked up or if he's just that stoked.
Right. Did he
He
buy
might-
you shots?
Yeah, he bought us shots while we were loading in, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah," and he introduced us to his girlfriend. He's like, "This is our first heavy music show, and I brought her. It's her 27th birthday. You gotta do a shout out to her." And he knew all our names, and when he'd disappear, we'd be like, "Who the fuck is that guy? Do you know him? No? Oh, because I don't know him.
Oh shit.
He's
So
the
wait,
mystery,
you still
the
didn't
super
figure out how he
fan."
knew you?
He's just a fan.
And he bought us shots, and he was moshing during our sound check. Like,
How do
there's
you
no.
mosh? How do you mosh to a sound check?
He was just like thrashing his arms around in front of the stage, and there's not even that many people. There's probably like 30 people in the bar at the time. They're all like eating or getting drinks, and this dude's just inappropriately moshing with himself.
At least he didn't try to murder you. That's what like a real super fan does, right?
I guess, but oh no! I usually turn these on silent,
Dude,
but I'm being
it's
unprofessional today.
It's
It's him.
don't
Any-
answer.
Anyway,
Let's mosh on your cast. Me and my girl are here moshing.
so none of us knew who he was, and then he continued to mosh, and he was during one of the slow parts. He was actually shagging, like the shag dance,
That's awesome.
the dance
That's
of
awesome.
South Carolina, with his girlfriend. It was like really cute. But he made us take a band photo with him and his girlfriend, and none of us knew who he was. He made us, and then he was taking selfies with Brent.
Dude,
That's
have
awesome.
you checked to see if you have your wallet? Because he probably just stole all of your wallets.
He
The
probably had.
I
entire
don't-
band's
I
wallet.
don't carry that much cash on me.
Dude, that's
but-
awesome.
But Peace is like, when we make it big, we'll have to deal with 30,000 of these guys if we ever make it big.
That's terrible.
And I said, that's what the green room's for. We aren't going to be on the floor when we're that big.
Yeah.
Hanging up. We're going to let the 10 hottest super fans into the green room. And then we're going to do a bunch of Molly and chug a bunch of Goldschlager and see what happens.
That sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I could handle this guy alone. Sounded as if he was, too much to handle.
But if he was a woman, I would have loved to talk to her.
You could have just talked to his girlfriend.
Dude, we're gonna have 30,000 moshing women fans.
That's the dream.
Once we make it big, and they're gonna be too much to handle, but in a great way.
Grayson, I just want to inform you about the band. We have had more girl fights at our shows than guy fights.
That's sweet.
That's a good stat.
What's the? I hate asking this. The genre of your band, like what type of?
We're
music?
metal as fuck.
Oh, okay. So it's like metal, like
Yeah.
metal.
But we don't really condone mosh pits. We more so condone everybody getting drunk and dancing on each other and partying.
Yeah. So these women who mosh are like just real tough chicks, or are they just sorority girls that are in a heavy metal band? I mean, a show, and then just get in a fight. Oh, I'm looking at one of your.
I'm showing him the flyer for the show.
I'm looking at. Okay, now see, I'm getting a lot more information just from this photo of your show.
No, girls don't randomly fight at our shows. Like a girl will go to our show, and she'll see the girl that fucked her boyfriend, and she'll just kick her ass.
Man, so and you live in Charleston, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's too small of a town. Yeah. Everybody fucks somebody's boyfriend.
Yeah, I've only seen
way more women here than dudes.
I've only seen relatively friendly women, like young women in Charleston bars. But then again, a lot of the time when I hung out in Charleston was before I was 21.
Right.
I just realized what I said. No, so I haven't seen. I mean, and looking at your poster, it sounds really exciting. Like the fights and everything. It's just you're talking about a Charleston that I haven't seen.
Yeah, you haven't seen the fucked up underbelly of Charleston.
The Charleston underbelly.
All the
that sounds
methods.
That sounds awesome. And the great part about it is that when women fight, no charges are pressed, and police don't even come.
No, well,
yeah.
Grown men who fight can kill each other.
Yeah.
Grown women who fight, it's hot.
Yeah.
Because there's no real danger of injury unless somebody's gouging eyes or ripping off titties and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, I mean, even then, they don't.
I like seeing you guys on the same screen, by the way. That's a good time.
What, Paul?
I like that you guys are both on the same screen and can.
He's in the studio. He's really here in the flesh.
I know. I made peace go in the other room.
By the way, y'all's receptionist is really nice. Here in the studio.
Yeah.
Just a jovial woman, really smart.
You could say fat.
No, what jovial means? What does jovial mean? She's really
her
nice.
name.
I don't know how much you pay her, but she is a class act. And
her name is Donna.
Ghana or Donna?
Donna, and
Donna,
it's spelled
short for Donnorrhea.
Right.
Yeah, Donna. That's what we call her around the office. Donnorrhea. But it's DONNHA, which always weirded me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what? Donha?
But then you have to.
No, it's Donna.
Yeah. Have you asked her about the H and the comparison similarities?
Yeah, but I can't listen to what she says between her chicken salad wraps. She's biting that thing. Yeah, just shooting particles at me, and I'm getting weirded out. She's big, but she's got some nice titties.
Apparently, she's jovial.
Paul, have you ever watched fat chick porn?
Yeah, I've watched it before. Not like I didn't watch it multiple videos in a row. Like I clicked on one for 10 seconds,
Yeah, exactly. I tried it exactly one time just to check if I liked it or not, see if it was cool, and it was not cool to me. Have you watched it, Grayson?
I mean, whenever I go on a porn website, I've noticed that there'll be a lot of ads that'll pop up in corners. It's never been a particular interest to me, but so I haven't. I mean, seen them by chance. I mean, it's like, I'm a clicker. I click
Right.
on things,
The next video.
but most of them are usually ads, like advertising, particularly that genre of pornography.
It's called BBW, right, Paul? What does that stand for? Do you know?
Big
Big.
beautiful women.
Really?
I think. Yeah, I believe that's what
Let
it
me
stands
Google
for.
that. I just want to check you on this.
If I got
I mean,
it
that
right,
would be-
you
I
owe
think
me a
Paul's right on the money. I
Sparks.
think that's what I would think it would.
You're
be.
right. Big beautiful woman. You
Big,
guys are
beautiful.
You guys are geniuses.
You're probably pulling up a bad Google search. Right
No,
now.
I was worried about it, but there were no pictures that showed up. We're okay. We're in the clear this time.
Well, I don't think it's wrong for huge people to want to be sexual.
Me neither. And I don't think it's wrong for normal sized people to watch huge people if that's what they want to do.
Dude, Paul, what I just envisioned was an all female podcast. It's like 3 women. 2 of them are in New York, one of them is in Charleston, and they bring up, have you guys seen like this like fat dude porn
Yeah,
that's
a
that they have
perfect.
now? Like,
That's
I
a
think
perfect
fat
counterpoint.
dudes- it's like, I think fat dudes should, be able to have sex.
Exactly.
It's like I just envisioned it, and I would love to meet those women.
Yeah, me too. I-
Meet them at like a gym. Meet them at a gym and work out.
Wait,
with
do
them.
you think there's fat dude porn for women?
I tend to see older. I tend to see. Normally, the stuff is people. I mean, when you advertise something on a porn website, is that you have to. I think you have to be very specific with it. So I'll see like grandfather porn. Like grandfather and stuff like that. But I mean, not really as much fat dude porn.
No. It's
No.
sometimes a guy happens to be fat, but you don't get the feeling it's for any purpose.
And see that's sexist to me to think that women aren't looking for fat dude porn. Because I know
That's
that guys are maybe looking for fat, woman porn, and it's like
Some dudes dig that shit.
What's that?
Some dudes dig that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure women do. Maybe we should. I
Yeah,
should
there's
ask-
women
I should
that wanna
ask
do
a
fat
woman.
guys.
But that's the craziest thing is that it's like I feel that everything's catered on porn websites to men. I know so many women who watch porn,
Well-
and so I would wonder. It's like where's the demographic as far as like what you're gonna
So
get the woman interested in?
Right.
I'm like 185 pounds of pure muscle, but I'm a stout guy.
Yeah, dude, you look strong.
But I'm not like a super obese guy. Like you see some people with the rolls on rolls.
Yeah.
And a
Roll-
lot
you
of
talking about roller
girls,
skates?
a lot of the girls I've been with, they say, I like beards and bellies. I'm like,
That's
cool.
interesting.
That's
Well,
BBM, beards and bellies, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
you're BBM.
I'm like, cool, fuck yeah. Well, I got both of those, and I got a dong. and I can
Yeah,
penetrate you with it.
Dude, that's fascinating. I don't know. I didn't know there was beards and belly chicks.
No. Yeah,
Well, I think that
you have
the
that,
tattoos help, but maybe
Yeah.
my MMA career,
Yeah.
I've since retired from is.
We talked about how Paul looks like an ex-MMA fighter on here a lot of times.
especially with that tattoo and his
Yeah,
vest and
exactly.
the hair on his chest and that Marilyn Monroe photo in the background.
Yeah.
My button,
Oh, what does that say? We're not gonna be able to read that, Paul.
I
Says-
get blood.
it just says trust me. That's the creepiest button I've ever received at a show.
And I love
Trust.
it on the inside of your
I need a button to validate my trust, because if I wasn't wearing this, I'd rape you when I drugged you.
Well, I guess the only time it's
I
like
trust
if you ever brought a woman home, like the only time she would see the button is if you took off if you took off the hoodie and then just tossed it away, and then you guys are about to like bang, and she looks over and it just says, "Trust me."
Yeah.
If she's having
And
second
she's
thoughts,
like,
they're gone.
"Oh, okay, that button really made me get penetrated instead of leaving right now and telling him I had to let my cat out."
What if you even like whenever you're hanging out with a girl every now and then just kind of like adjusted your hoodie so she just sees like a flash of "trust me" every now and then, you know? It's like a subliminal
Yeah,
thing.
it's like advertising.
That's what I would do.
Hey, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah, please.
Oh man, this is Steven's first pee break on human landmines.
Ever?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had a couple Rolling Rocks, and he had some water, and he had some coffee at the diner.
I bet
the
he
corner.
did. Did you guys go to like a breakfast place?
Yeah, we went to a diner, like maybe 4 blocks from here, because he wrote him and I wrote a short film like a few weeks ago, and then just the other day, you know, he just churned out another one, like another comedy short film that took place in the diner. So we went to the diner that he was thinking about when he wrote it, because it takes place in a diner, or the majority of it. So we went there and we read it in the diner.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's like if like you're writing a song about metal, you'll go to like a metal factory and say the word and play the music or sing to someone who works at the metal factory.
Well, this is kind of funny, and this is gonna sound like I'm making this completely up. But
Please.
when our metal band started practicing, our guitarist Creighton, who Steven
name
and
is
I were in a
Creighton?
band with, Creighton.
That's the coolest fucking name I've ever heard.
No, he
Creighton-
fucking sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
He's a
I want to
dentist.
name my child Creighton.
And Creighton, he had warehouse space in an auto body warehouse. So they have like all kinds of lifts and shit. But there's
Yeah.
like 5 guys in the space, and they all pay like $150 to $200 a month, out in the middle of like no man's land between Charleston and North Charleston.
That sounds
And-
awesome.
And they built a dune buggy. Creighton and his buddy Bryson. They
Bryson, Jesus Christ. I
Yeah.
have to meet these guys.
the South.
Dude, people just in the last probably couple months, people have said to me constantly when I tell them my name, they're like, "Are you from the South?" That's a very Southern name.
Yeah, I think Grayson is, yeah.
Well, Creighton, Bryson, and Grayson. I don't know what is Southern about it.
And the singer of the metal
you-
band's name is Brenton.
Brendan. No, that's. I think I know a Brendan.
I'm
I
Paulsworth.
know Brenton.
Paulsworth. And we got Chadbert.
You're Paulson.
Yeah, Paulson.
Paulson Pavlich.
His name is Paulson. Robert Paulson.
Hey, did you guys talk about ASMR yet?
No.
No. Hey, you just let me know when I'm allowed to bring in the... Can I go check if the surprise is still here for Grayson?
Yeah.
All right. Can
Me
you
and
guys
Grayson are gonna-
start talking about ASMR?
All right. So
And
I
I'll
found
tell-
out.
I'll tell him to come
less
in
than a
10
week ago.
minutes, okay?
Yeah. I found out less than a week ago from this guy about something called ASMR, and I hope viewers like you out there can be helped as well. Grayson, describe ASMR.
Oh, all right. So when I was probably 6 years old, whenever there was reading time in my elementary school, Miss Sheely, who I need to contact and let her know about this, would read us stories, and I would notice that when she would read the stories, something about her voice would create a chemical response in my body that would kind of put like me in a trance of sorts, and it would be just so soothing, and it would almost be like a full body massage when she was talking. And it's happened just when I would go to the doctor's office, listening to the doctor talk, people flipping through magazines just throughout my life. Was never able to describe it to anyone until my wife found out from her student that her student.
And I had the same thing.
Yeah. It's called auditory sensory meridian response, and there are videos
Is it already on?
YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah. Oh wait, here's your surprise. I think. Grayson.
Oh my gosh, is that a dog?
It's Chadbert.
Holy shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Coyne, the only one.
Cheers.
Holy fucking shit!
How's it
Nice.
going, bro?
Chadbert.
Good to see you guys too.
Dude, what
Oh
are you?
my god, he sounds exactly like I remember.
Like the real Chad.
dude.
I'm not really here. This is some like weird
the random
future shit.
What are you drinking, Chad?
dude, you know.
Listen.
I feel like this house
And we
is
got
sponsored
Jenny,
by
our
Twisted Tea.
yeah, we got Jenny, our random bitch in the background.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, dude.
Hi.
With you as a full human being.
Thank you. For
Holy
Thank you so
shit.
much.
Uh-huh.
Dude, should I describe what I'm seeing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
For your watchers,
we got a
listeners.
Twisted Tea rap. If you guys want to hear it.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
do you?
I'm awaiting.
Oh, wait,
Go.
how's it start? Oh.
Just turn it
Start
on.
it, Jenny.
Okay. I lick cheese up your dick if you smoke me on my chest. Twisted teas on the deck while I smoke a cigarette.
If you want to take a bump off of my keys, you gotta reach into my vest.
And touch on my chest and then make a little nest.
Touch on my poop and scrub, and I will leave you love.
That's all we have so far.
Yeah, we're
That's
working
very
on it.
good.
Dude,
Wait, are
dude,
y'all in
I
the
can
same
hear-
room? Or is this like a...
What?
What?
Are
We're
y'all
in
in...
the same room.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
together.
We're
We're
really.
really.
Oh, nice. Are y'all... I feel like you're fucking with me. I feel like you can just do that now. Like, you can just like
No,
touch
you
my
can.
shoulder
I'm about to freak-
and
I'm
not
about to-
really
I'm
be
about to-
doing it.
I'm about to freak
You're
Chad out.
doing
Alright,
it,
I'm
bro.
about to do something. I'm about to do something that if once Chad sees it, he's gonna go.
What?
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh my god. Oh
And then
my
Chad
god.
goes.
Thank you. Dude. Do your, what's the,
People are
Harry
playing-
Potter shit?
All of a sudden,
All
party.
the party has started.
What
What
is
is happening, Paul?
Dude,
Shut up.
For your
Alright, let me have to
listeners,
guess.
I haven't seen. I've only texted Chad. Maybe talked to him for a minute and a half when we were really drunk one night. I haven't
Well, now
seen
he's
him since
rapping.
2008.
Yeah.
Maybe 2007.
He looks
He looks
good.
good.
Dude, I can't believe what I'm saying.
He's more smarter and more handsome than you remember.
Yeah.
Dude. And I love his glasses.
Yeah.
No, but Chad and I were and still are, even though we haven't talked, best buds
Yeah.
back in Clemson. That's how I met
Hey,
him.
I'm gonna Spider-Man kiss a girl on this episode.
Alright,
of You Know What Buds. Alright, bend upside down.
What?
Oh, okay.
For people,
For people that are only listening to this podcast, I'm sorry. This is going to be definitely a purely audio and visual
You're
experience.
gonna be excited. You're gonna be like, what did we just miss in this Spider-Man?
Yeah,
place? They're
yeah.
gonna be like, what did they do?
YouTube Human Landmines, episode 10. Instead of
This
just
is a
listening,
good.
you pricks.
Hey, that was a good surprise, right?
That was sweet, dude.
I got it. That was you could not honestly have surprised me more than that. Seriously, nothing you could have done would have surprised me more than had fucking Chad Coyne.
We got Chadbert on the set.
I can't believe. And the great thing is that I'm probably not going to talk to him or see him again for 7 years. That's what's so amazing about it. You know, don't get me wrong, I want to see him
yeah.
today.
He's elusive.
But I'm probably never
Can
gonna.
you come here?
You're not gonna
I'll
talk
be
to
out
him
in a
for
minute.
several
Okay,
years.
bye.
This is his only public appearance in the last 20
Dude, I'm
years.
grateful. I'm grateful for that experience.
Some friends are those friends.
Yeah, and we love them all the
Like-
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Oh no, sure, absolutely, dude. Trust me, I have the ultimate respect for Chad. You know, not conversing with me or contacting me for years.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
he
me
lived
too.
with me for 2 years.
So, can I tell you the nickname that Chad gave me?
Yes.
So since I'm, managing the rickshaw company, a lot of the people call me Paul Daddy because I'm like older than most, but there's, probably 40% of the guys who are older than me. And they call me Paul Daddy because I handle everything. I'm like the daddy of the rickshaw clan. And Chad just calls me P Dad.
P Dad. That's adorable.
What's up, P Dad?
That's pretty good.
I like P Dad. Well, Chad always has to. We were actually just talking about Chad, actually, about how I learned so much from Chad and his outlook on life. And I mean, that's a prime example of that. It's like, why would he call you P Dad? Other than the fact that people think you're a dad and he has to be different and call you something else, but you immediately respect his decision because there's obviously a great meaning behind the decision to call you P Dad that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. Oh, Paul, while you were getting the surprise ready, Grayson has started discussing autonomous sensory meridian response.
I'm sorry. Dude, I've been saying.
What have you been saying?
I've been saying auditory.
That's all right.
Dude.
So
Paul, did you try it, Paul?
I've not tried it. I saw that it was like,
have you tried it? I love it.
It's a simple YouTube video that if you get really confused by it, you might have this, is how I accept it.
It's the other way around.
Well, no.
If you don't.
Are you that paranoid that you think that YouTube videos are cool and you think something's wrong with you?
No, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. In fact, it's like a free high, Paul. It's like Grayson and I both experienced it when we were younger. Like when a teacher's maybe reading you a story or something, you start getting like weird tingles all down your head and spine because they're using like this soft voice and maybe turning pages.
Yeah, like To Kill a Mockingbird read out loud.
Yeah, that
Boo
could work.
Radley.
That could work.
That scared the shit out of me until I realized he was like a friendly retard guy.
Yeah, so if you don't get the ASMR, then these YouTube videos that try to start it seem like the weirdest things on earth.
I haven't watched any of them yet, but since you told me watch this YouTube video and see if you have this disease.
It's not a disease.
I love that.
It's a good positive.
That's so cool. You can refer to it as a disease. It might be more fun to refer to it as a disease.
I felt like Steven texted me. We're like, yo, check if you have ASMR. Watch these YouTube videos. And I'm like, thinking like from the guy's standpoint, I don't want to have to see a doctor eventually. I'm gonna not watch these YouTube videos so I don't have to see a doctor.
If I watch these YouTube videos, my sickness will progress.
Yeah.
That's like the
So tell me about it. Tell me what it is.
Okay, it's literally like you get sort of high, you get tingles in your skull. It almost feels like one of those things where people do this thing.
Oh,
It
the
almost
head
feels like that.
It's
Yeah,
a head massager.
without anybody touching you, and it's brought on by either somebody talking softly or whispering or maybe like tapping on something really lightly, and it's super. I don't know. It's crazy, man. I had experienced it like 30 seconds a year for my whole life. I rarely got it, and now I just found out there's YouTube videos that can like create it on demand. It's like free drugs. It's pretty crazy. I don't know. Is that a good explanation?
I think that's perfect. And I mean, it's hard to explain it other than saying what you said, and you just have to look up the YouTube videos, and some of them are better than others, and some of them they call them triggers. Like my trigger is like mainly people sorting through like magazines or papers. So you download ASMR sorting through mail or magazines, and then I'll just sit there in bed, and it'll help me go to sleep, listening to this video. And everyone has different responses to it, but mine is just it's just like a full body massage / like spine pain killer.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I can watch specialized videos to make me go to sleep?
Yes.
Do you have trouble sleeping, Paul?
Yeah. I mean,
you should totally do it then.
Yeah.
At like 4 p.m., I'm like, I can't wait to get home to get in my bed. But then at 4 a.m., I'm like, you pussies aren't still drinking beers?
Dude, that's a.
Am I the only one drinking
quote.
beers? And
Yeah,
like,
that's a great quote, Paul.
Yeah, it is.
Just that one sentence. When I get home at 4 p.m., all I want to do is go to sleep. But at 4 a.m., I'm like, are you pussies still not drinking beers?
Yeah.
That's a great...
It's philosophy.
That should be at the bottom of someone's email, in quotations.
I'll put it at the bottom of mine after I watch this.
That's going to be the new human landmines at gmail.com tag.
I don't know. I don't think I have FOMO. Have this FOMO talk?
Yeah, I know about FOMO.
What's FOMO?
I think Amanda has FOMO, and I do not have FOMO.
Is this another thing?
No, it's like
really.
fear of missing out. FOMO.
It's like if you stay in, are you worried that all your friends are out, like at a bar partying, and you're like missing something cool?
Oh, sometimes, but not. It's not a big thing.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well,
I know I'm always doing the coolest shit.
It's easy to get over when you go to the bar like 3 times in a row and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have it after. Like, I studied psychology, and you should not want to go to the bar a 5th time if the first 4 times you went there it sucked. But people do that because of like social expectations and shit.
Well, that would be the definition of insanity, right? The definition of insanity is people doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
But no, the shit. What I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say.
But like I go to the same bar all the time, not because I want to see something different.
Right.
But because I want it to be the same.
Yeah, well, that seems fine.
Like, I get off work at midnight. I want to go drink beers for an hour and a half and have them kick me out when the last call is. And then I'll go home. Like, I want just that hour and a half release. It's like Cheers. And the guy who owns the recovery room, his nickname is Boston. Because he's from Boston. I feel like he opened the Cheers of Charleston with the recovery room.
That's great, man. I have like a romantic notion of being a regular somewhere, but I work such weird hours that I don't think I could be a regular somewhere, but I like the idea of it. Have you been a regular at a bar?
I've never been a regular at a bar, but I have walked into... I thought it was a joke that people made about regulars in bars. Like, you walk in and everyone just turns around and stares at you. But that actually had happened to me the other day for the first time. In like Times Square. I was on 42nd. It was on Theater Row. I was on 42nd and 9th. I walked into this Irish pub on a Saturday afternoon, and I swear literally there was just all these old dudes around the bar. It was full with old dudes, and they literally all of them turned and looked at me. Yeah. And then I was like, so I guess that this does happen.
Yeah.
But I've never been a regular, but I understand if I was a regular and then some city slicker.
So,
I was in New York when this happened. Walked in.
Do you feel, the both of you, do you feel that you can't be a regular at a bar because there's just so many bars, and when you're stopping by somebody on the day-to-day, they're not always at the same place, or you can't meet up with somebody?
No, there's definitely like a regulars culture.
New York, with the 5 boroughs, has 20 million people in it, and Charleston has 120,000 downtown non-college students.
No, I mean, the bar I work at, actually, I work at a bi-level place, so it's the venue that I run is downstairs, but upstairs is like a neighborhood bar. There's actually a shit ton of regulars there, so I feel like I am able to view regulars from a fishbowl a little bit, like, oh, this is like what they do every night, and it seems kind of cool. So I know, yeah, it can exist in New York.
But do you not go to the same bar when you want to grab a drink?
Well, sometimes you do. I mean, it depends on where you live. I mean, like,
Live
in New York, there will be
thing.
bars around. It's just every time you go there's so many people that the regular culture isn't really present, because there's just every time you go in, even my gym. When I go to my gym, there's only 2 people that I've seen there more than 3 times, and that doesn't make any sense, because it's like people probably, unless everyone's fucking with me, people work out regularly, or at least 2 or 3 times a week, and it's weird that I only see maybe 2 or 3 people there more than 5 times. And it's the same with a bar. I'll go to a bar. I have never seen the same person at a bar that I go to maybe 2 or 3 times a month. So it's just there's so many people that it's hard to have a regular bar, because I think the people that go in there regularly make the bar. But if you have so many other people coming through and tourists and everything like that, it takes that away.
Grayson, I have this philosophy that a bar serves alcohol, and if they do that, they're a good bar. The people who go there that suck, or the people that go there that are cool, are dependent on if the bar is cool. Like, if the bar just serves booze, they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You can get a drink. All of us can get a drink anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're saying it's all about who goes there and makes it?
Because Charleston's smaller, and there's like a strip in a row of bars that you're like, I'd never go there on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
But it's just because of the people. It's not because you don't like the bar.
Right.
Well, why would they not want to go there on Friday or Saturday?
Because there's lines outside at every bar on Friday and Saturday.
Of douchebags you don't want to hang out with, right?
Sunday through Thursday in Charleston, you can be a king. You can go to any bar, get in right away. You probably know the bartender. You're chilling, you're partying, doing it up. Friday and Saturday, there will be like a half of a block of a line for the shittiest pool hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's when the tourists come in and the college kids are on spring break right now.
Well, then you have the same. So you have the same thing happen in Charleston, because Charleston has a lot of tourists. It's just a different scale. Like, I think there's just like, you have the same thing. It's just much more people in Manhattan, but it's the same thing.
People want to see, like, I want to see the big city.
Yeah.
But people also want to be like, I want to see the little tiny colonial town.
Paul, I'm gonna tell you something.
They all sound like that, though.
Paul, I'm gonna tell you something that you will appreciate, because if you ever come to New York, we're gonna go to this bar. It's called Phil Hughes. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Maybe called something else.
I hope we go to Doc Holiday's.
That's a great start to a story, isn't it? No, but I used to live on 88th and York, and an avenue away from it. So it's First Avenue and 88th. There's a place called Phil Hughes. And I would walk by there on the way to like an audition or a catering gig at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. It didn't matter what time. There were old men, and it's all men, old-ass men smoking cigarettes outside of Phil Hughes at 10 a.m. in the morning. And I look in, and there's like 4 or 5 old men. I don't know if they're Vietnam vets. I don't know. And for some reason, you can kind of smoke in there, kind of not.
Well, so New York has a smoking ban, right?
It's beautiful. No, but it's that.
You can't smoke inside
is
anywhere in New York.
Bar. When you walk in there, you realize that you should not be in there, and you leave. And we're gonna go. I mean, we should go there. I mean, we should go there, actually, because it's has that feel.
Let's not make Paul go hang out with a lot of dudes when he comes into town. A lot of 80-year-old dudes.
I'd rather hang out with dudes because
I understand.
I get frustrated when I hang out with women.
Oh, you do?
When you hang out with women or men?
I get frustrated hanging out with people, I guess. A lot of people aren't honest about who they are, and they try to like put on some front at first.
You know, they won't do that
when they meet you.
I bet they'll be them fucking selves there.
Well, at Phil Hughes, they won't even talk to you.
Yeah, you want
that's what I want.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, but but that's I mean, I guess we're gonna talk about that. That's 95% of people are gonna be like that. So I imagine you have a small group of friends that you really, really like.
Yeah, I do. They do anything for me. They're drinking on the porch. Chad Coyne.
They would drink.
Chad Coyne.
Chad Coyne's here. Hey, Paul. Grayson has to leave soon, so let's wrap this thing up.
All right. All I wanted to say was that be friends with Chad Coyne on Facebook. He's our guy we exploit of our bro group this week.
Yep. Everybody, friend Chad Coyne. Grayson, where's your play? Where's your play this summer? Are you allowed to announce that yet?
Yeah.
Is that public?
Yeah, it's the Barnstormers Theater in New Hampshire. It's America's oldest summer stock theater. Been around since 1935. I'm in the Glass Menagerie in
nice.
Check it out.
Is that Sylvia Plath?
Sylvia Plath? No, that's Tennessee Williams.
Oh,
Tennessee
okay.
Williams is a Southern playwright
he did Streetcar Named...
From the bar around the corner in Charleston.
Streetcar Named Desire. That's
right,
Tennessee
go,
Williams.
I'm gonna find some old Chad songs. I'm gonna search through all my Gmail and find all these songs that Chad sent me, and we're just gonna like bring like all of his like weirdest stuff when he was younger to the top, and then post it on his Facebook wall.
I support that.
Yeah, or just create.
I support that too.
There you go. All right, bitches, this has been episode 10. Thank you for giving us 50 to 60 views.
I got one last thing to say. Steven always tells us to create our own universe, and you've got to bring those Chad songs to light.
Dude, that's part of my universe.
Yeah, we want those to be part of our universe.
There you go. Peace, bitches.
It's beautiful. Nice meeting you, man.